Hello everyone, and today I decided to kick off my first experimental video series. Maybe it will be only one if the experiment proves unsuccessful, but let's start. So today I will try to bust one of the guitar myths, and myth today is neck-thrus have more sustain than bolt-ons. Well, this is like a common thing in the guitar community that neck-thrus are superior to every other type of neck construction because they have better sustain and they have more compressed sound because of the construction. So let us go straight to the physics. And if we're producing a note, we're vibrating the string at a certain pitch. For the string to have possible maximum amount of sustain, nothing should interfere with the vibration. So basically, if you will hang the string in the air and play it, it will have a possible maximum amount of sustain. And this is where the truth about sustain really lies, because what can interfere with the vibration of the string? You guessed it right. It's a fret, one or multiple, because when you vibrate a string, it can hit the fret while vibrating and simply die out. As a result of this, you will have a bad sustain. What is other proof of this is if you have problems with sustain, you can just Google it or ask any guitarist that you're familiar with, and he will say, well, first of all, try to adjust the string height and make it higher. So this is second proof, and the third proof is that fretwork is really what affects the sustain. It's because most of the time you will hear from people that better fretwork allows you to adjust string height lower and still have better sustain. So from where does the myth about neck-thrus comes? Well, first of all, neck-thrus were created by B.C. Rich, if I'm correct, and they needed to somehow justify the premium for neck-thru because, let's be honest, it's the most expensive way to manufacture a guitar, because first of all you need a far longer piece of wood, even on this headless. Compare the guitar with headstock to headless, and you will still see that the piece of wood used here is longer. First of all, you need to justify more material used, and second, far more difficult technology of production, because if you can see here, you need to glue two big pieces of wood to one neck-thru. So this is the first thing. So you need to somehow justify this, and having a better sustain will be a good selling point. Second is far more pragmatic, because if you look at the different price ranges, you will see that any price range is dominated by bolt-on guitars, but most of the time neck-thru is reserved for more premium high-end instruments. And because of this, most of budget instruments are bolt-ons, like 95-99%, somewhere there. And if you even compare cheapest available neck-thru to cheapest available bolt-on, you will have at least 3 times the price. So basically it's a few price categories. And because of this, if you compare guitars from different price categories, the more you pay for the guitar, the more fretwork you will get. So the more expensive the instrument, the better the fretwork. And as a result of this, you will get the median result for neck-thru will be far better than the median result for bolt-on. But is it true? No, because we can speak a lot about tone woods, and tone woods will be later in this series of videos, and there is no mystical thing here, so you can't amplify the vibration of the string by vibrating it against certain material. So the only thing that can improve sustain is simply nothing interfering with the string. So this is really important thing. And as a result, you will get the myth that comes from both pretty good marketing and second, people comparing different instruments and deducting something about superiority of one or other guitar without comparing two identical guitars with one thing differing being neck construction, because no one makes two identical guitars with different neck constructions. They're simply not present on the market. So this concludes the first part of guitar myths, and I consider the myth about neck-thrus busted. Does this render neck-thrus as useless guitars? No, because first of all, we have a better upper fret reach because there is no neck joint at all, and you can just rest your finger somewhere around 24th fret without any problem. Does this makes a bolt-ons worse? In my personal opinion, no, because you have 24 frets and you don't need to go below, like, I guess 17th fret. So, and modern bolt-ons allow you to do this, and modern scooped neck joints are pretty good at allowing you to have great upper fret access. So maybe you say, if we compare these two instruments in your hands, well, this will be a proof of other thing. It will prove that bolt-ons have better sustain, even though this guitar is 4 times the price of this one. But this one is poorly made. The fretwork here is, to be honest, rather bad, and the neck is warped because of this. The not so good fretwork is even worse. And here we have a good neck with, even though worn out frets, but still they are very playable and still provides you with adequate amount of sustain. I know that this thing is not a proof and I need to like have a lot of neck-thrus and bolt-ons, but most of the time it will not affect your sustain. If you have 2 identical guitars with different neck construction, you will have, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2% in sustain difference, if you will have this difference at all. So, as the last proof, I will play this simply plugged into the amp. Also, you can find a review of both of this instrument on my channel. And I even got banned by the manufacturer of this guitar for reviewing it. So there are a lot of interesting things about it. So if you like it, watch it. So don't believe in myths, play good guitars, and write down in the comments your opinion about this video series. If you like it, tell me that you like it and you want more of this. If you have different opinion and you have a good points to prove it, write it down, we will have a debate about it. So if you want to see more, like this video, subscribe, and have a great day. Don't believe in myths, and bye. So this myth is busted.